Right, so we've had a leak today, boys and girls, and no, I have no idea what's happening anymore either, which is what makes this so much more entertaining for me. By the way, if you're watching this as a video, you might be able to hear that I'm sick. It's because I had COVID. Not anymore. I'm fine. We're okay. We're gonna be getting back to stuff. We've got this leak. This is rumors. So these are rumors, but it is like basically corroborated by Jason Schreier, I think. I don't know anymore. But, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, apparently Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming out. We don't know when it's coming out, but it's a return to basics, alright? Thing number one, return to basics. There's no leveling. You can't level up in this game. I mean, that's a strange take on Assassin's Creed, because I mean, if you couldn't ever level up in Odyssey, it would kind of be impossible to finish. It's set in Baghdad, Iraq, apparently. Apparently, it is. 870 to 860 AD. Wait, what? That's backwards. We're going backwards in time? Yeah, Basim's the main character, everybody. Whoa! Incredible. So this is Assassin's Creed Rift, basically. It's just got a new name. Equally shit name. RPG elements scaled back. So, what does that mean? Don't know. There's no dialogue options, no multiple protagonists. Maybe that's all. Maybe that's all that's scaled back. Because, I mean, what, other than these two things, what really were the RPG elements of Assassin's Creed? I guess damage numbers? Skill tree? Skill tree. Yeah, that's an RPG thing. There you go. Bandit camps? Yes. Yes, that's also true. And leveling. Leveling is also one. Yep, yep. So those have been scaled back, as well as these. So there you go. There's that. Visions of Loki / control of Basim. So we get to see visions of Loki. Amazing. Eagle Vision is back, but also his drone bird as well. So Basim has a drone bird. And obviously as well, so does Eivor have a drone bird. So, you know, that's quite funny that Basim meets someone else who also just happens to have a drone bird. Yeah, look, let's be real. This doesn't give us a lot to go on, does it? But I will say this. This game, I mean, is named Mirage pretty fittingly, really, because it's going to act as a mirage, isn't it, for Assassin's Creed fans. They're going to see this and go, oh, what's that? A nice oasis. I've been stuck in the desert for 10 plus years. Whoa, look at the, whoa, it's an oasis. Then they'll run over to it, and it's not. It's a mound of dirt on a rock. And they'll be like, ah, darn. Maybe there'll be an oasis next year. More info, ladies and gentlemen. Even more info. Holy shit. So Jonathan. Oh, the classic Jonathan. We've had many a fight on Twitter, I feel like. Released in spring 2023. Why is it between the years of 870 and 860? Well, it's the other way around. We're not in BC. We're in... It's AD. Like, why is this... Why is that... What? This doesn't make sense. The final name should be Assassin's Creed Mirage. Should be. We'll play as Basim in his youth as a thief until he arrived at the Hidden Ones. That's amazing. Multiple cities to explore, separated by desert and rivers like the Kingdom of AC1. Return to base with strong inspiration for the first Assassin's Creed. Several RPG elements removed. No more dialogue choices, no gender choices, and no more level system. The gameplay will be slightly different from that of Valhalla, less raw and with new animations. Less raw. I don't think I ever played Valhalla and went, wow, this game's gameplay is like raw. The fuck does that mean? This gameplay is going to be less raw than Valhalla. Raw as in like undercooked, like not, you know, edible because it's raw, bad. Basim will be able to use the string dagger to eliminate his opponents. You mean the rope dart? It's a rope dart. He has a rope dart, right? There will be visions of Loki for how Loki manifested into Basim's body and consumed him. What do you mean, how? Valhalla explained how. He was born like it. What are they saying? Are they saying Loki turned into a ghost and was just like flying around and then went into Basim's body? We already know how. Ubisoft is secretly preparing the remake of AC1 based on the Rift Mirage work. They'll reuse large parts of the assets. AC1 Remake should be integrated into a season pass, which will also include DLC in Constantinople when Basim meets Sigurd. It will be released a few months later on. Ubisoft will unveil the future of Assassin's Creed on September the 10th during Ubisoft Forward. Right. Look, here's my take on an AC1 remake. I genuinely don't believe they will do one. I just don't. I don't believe they'll ever make one. Because AC1 is... it doesn't align with Ubisoft's current business model. It hasn't aligned with their business model since 2009. When they made AC2, they quite openly said, oh yeah, AC1 wasn't very good. We're going to go in a completely different direction. And that's what they did with AC2 onwards. And they've only gone further and further away. Like, making AC1 again, remaking it, that doesn't seem like a clever business move for Ubisoft from that point. Like, it just doesn't to me. I don't know. I could be proven wrong. Maybe they will do it. It'll be a half-assed, broken, fucking half-baked, raw remake. It's not going to be a Final Fantasy VII remake. It's not going to be a Demon's Souls. You know, it's not going to be one of those. I just can't see them ever wanting to. To me, it feels like a waste of their time to remake AC1. A remaster would probably be more likely, although then again, I feel like that also just, again, isn't worth their time. Like, not enough people like AC1, not enough people care. I don't know, to me, it doesn't make sense. To me, it just doesn't make sense to make that game for Ubisoft. This is the thing with this game, right? And it might seem very appealing to old school AC fans. They might be like, this actually sounds really good. Oh my god, it's going to be an AC game. They're getting rid of the RPG mechanics. But you look at something like, you know, Syndicate, Rogue, you know, those games, those very severely average games. Well, I'd argue they're bad in a lot of ways, but you know what I mean. Where they're just so forgettable. That's what they're like. This isn't going to be a Revelations. This isn't going to be like an AC Brotherhood. It's not going to be an AC1 in terms of how incredible it utilizes setting and story and the fantasy of an assassin and the gameplay mechanics and the depth to every single element of the game. It's going to be exactly what they've made before. It's going to be a shallow reimagining of what they think makes a typical AC game. It's going to be Valhalla with the stuff stripped away, maybe a few other little bits put in there. It's not going to be what people want, but because Ubisoft have made people accustomed to Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, this new RPG formula over the last 5 years, anything that's not that, people will now buy into. They fucking know, right? They know this is their, like, they're like, well, we turned our backs on the hardcore AC fans for 5 years. Now let's reel it back in a little bit, make something still as shallow and hollow as we always do, but, on the surface, it looks like an AC game, so people will buy it, and they will. People will. People will buy it. They'll eat this shit up. They'll be like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's proper AC. They'll be like, oh yeah, this is AC again. Oh my god, thank you, Ubisoft. This is absolutely incredible. Because Ubisoft fans are fucking mental, man. They're fucking mental. Like, they thank Ubisoft for the tiniest little things. It's crazy. I don't know. It's like, it's honestly almost like an abusive relationship. Like, Ubisoft do so much bad shit. Whether that's business practices, making terrible games, harming their employees, harming their fans, being predatory, whatever it is, right? And in the business sense and in the, you know, the normal sense of predatory. They do all these things, and then they can just throw a hidden blade in the game. Or they can go, oh, look, we're going to remove some of the RPG elements. People go, oh my god, thank you, Ubisoft. This is amazing. You get it. You finally get it. It's like, no, they don't. They get what's going to make them a bit of money very quickly. They're going to use assets from Valhalla. They're going to use the engine from Valhalla, strip some things out, strip it back a little bit, make it look on the surface like it's trying to be, you know, a classic AC. It's going to have none of the depth, none of the insight, none of the worthwhile investment in a long-term running franchise, and it's going to be just the most shallow, surface-level, superficial experience that there is. It's going to be classic Ubisoft with a different coat of paint. People will obviously buy into it. People will buy into it. People are probably going to be mad at me in the comments of, you know, if I edit this down and put this on It's Lasma, people probably get mad at me, like, oh, you haven't given it a chance. Like, I haven't, and I will not give it a chance. I gave Ubisoft a chance for years and years and years and years and years and years. I gave them fucking chances over and over and over again. I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I played the new game. Maybe the next one will be good. Maybe the next one will be good. Maybe the next one will be good. Sometimes you have to go, maybe the next one, you know, won't be good, you know? Maybe it won't be good. Maybe you have to make, you know, 3 good games in a row for me to go, oh, look at them. They know how to make good games, you know? Maybe that's what you have to do. Maybe you have to prove me wrong. I don't have to give you the benefit of the doubt. And so it's crazy to me that people get mad at me for saying this shit. But on top of that, on top of all of that, forget the quality of the games, Ubisoft has terrible, terrible business practices. the way that they treat the consumer. I mean, I would recommend go and check out Walshie's video on the microtransactions in Assassin's Creed. Go and watch that video. It's a decent length. It's an in-depth insight. It's a really, really good video that really manages to address, explore, and talk about the way microtransactions slowly crept into AC, how that sucked away a lot of the features, how that just transformed the games, and how it preys on the consumer. And it's really, really good. It's a really good video. I'd check it out. You know, on top of all of that as well, scummy business practices, the microtransactions, the way they release games, the DLC models, the way they, you know, reuse assets, the way it's just lazy game design. On top of all of that, they enabled sexual abuse and harassment of their own employees from higher-ups, as well as harassment and manipulation from their higher-ups to fans of the video games. They allowed this to happen, and they've not done anything about it. There is still a better Ubisoft account keeping people updated on, you know, they had all of these employees come together and sign a letter, come together and, you know, try to fight back against Ubisoft, and they've not been answered. They've had nobody come back to them about it. Ubisoft have not done a single thing. They do not care, and it's really sad. And it's, you know, one of the many, many reasons why at this point, I'm obviously not going to play this game. It's just not going to happen. And obviously people can come to me and be like, whoa, you say that now, but when it comes out, you'll buy it. And when I don't buy it, obviously I can have that vindication. But until then, I can't, and I'll have to deal with people telling me how I feel about it when they don't know me and don't actually know how I feel. The weirdest thing is when people try to tell me that, like, I regret not making videos on AC anymore, and, like, I wish I was still doing it, and, like, I secretly can't sleep at night. That's what, like, one person said. We talked about on stream before. Someone was talking about how I secretly can't sleep at night because I wish I still made AC videos. And it's like, Jesus Christ, that is some projecting. I have never been a dishonest person. If I wanted to make AC videos, do you know what I would do? I'd just do it. You know, I've never been a dishonest person who secretly wants one thing but openly says something else. Like, I just say exactly what I think. If I still wanted to play and make AC videos, I'd do it. I'd do it. But I don't want to, which is what makes the boycott so easy for me, because I genuinely don't want to play these games. But yeah, I guess that's it. That's my take on Ubisoft, on Assassin's Creed Mirage, and all of that stuff. So feel free to head to the comment section and get angry, I guess. I don't know. But there you go. See you soon for more Final Fantasy. Cool. Nice.